Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to my FS22 mod presentation video. In this video I'll show you my huge farm production pack. This pack is released in Modhub and is available for all platforms, so also for consoles. Yes, and the idea behind this pack is that most farmers don't put specialized factories on their farm, but rather they use an old barn that they renovate, or they build a medium-sized building to make products out of the fruits of their field or what they get from their animals. And when a farmer has lots of different fruit types on their fields and lots of different animals, they produce a lot of different products in their farm production buildings. At least in Europe a lot of farmers do it like that, and I guess maybe in America too. And therefore I built medium-sized, or I took medium-sized buildings from the maps that we have from Oberon and Elmkrieg, and I modified them from their look and decorated them, and I gave them the production function for a lot of productions. That is the one thing. And every every that you can see here has the same capabilities. So in every building you can produce everything. And here you see some products that you may not know. I'll come back to this soon. But first we see the tiny production buildings. That is a different idea. Some of you said, yes, but even this building is too big for my small farm, and I only want to produce something with my potatoes. Or others said, okay, I only need production for my wheat, for baking, making bread and so. And therefore I thought, okay, we make different categories of production types and very small buildings. And in those buildings you can always only make products of one category. So we have 6 categories, and for each category we have 3 building types that you can choose which building you want according to the type of your farm, and every building produces the same. So this is a stone, potato and sugar beet production building, and this stone with white plaster, and this small hut in Swedish style or American barn style, as you like, and produces the same stuff. And so it goes on. Here is the small bakery and grain mill, the small fruit and vegetable production building, the small oil press, and here something like cereals and popcorn and oatmeal. And the last one is the dairy with the normal dairy stuff, strawberry ice cream and oat milk and soy milk. So the vegetarian milk products as well. And the buildings are all the same for all categories, as you can see. Okay, now we go to the 10 new products that I created. And this is really awesome. I could create them without using scripts, and therefore it works on consoles as well. That is not something that I programmed into the game, but it was programmed by giants that it is possible, and I used this new feature to create those products. Yeah, and with this new feature, me and other modders can produce products to our liking or to your liking as we want without using scripts. Isn't it awesome? It's fantastic. And therefore this mod is available for consoles. And we have premium potatoes and French fries, tomato sauce, mixed salad, oat milk and oatmeal, popcorn, soy milk and strawberry ice cream and spaghetti. Those are the products. And we can go to the menu. Let's see. Yeah, here first we have one of those small category reduced restricted production buildings for the with everything with potatoes, French fries, premium potatoes, and most of the recipes are simple. And I wanted to make simple recipes because there was in the base game no recipes for potatoes at all. And therefore I thought, okay, let's start with something simple. And the premium potatoes, they also need water. So I thought this is medium, still simple. And this is base game production from sugar beets. And here I just had fun to make a potato, a pig food recipe that is based on potatoes mainly. But other than that, it's just a normal pig food recipe, only with different weights. And when you use this, you get pig food as well, but only some. And let's go to the big production. Here it starts. We have the same French fries, the same recipes. Oh, and the cycles per month, also from the base game productions like wheat flour and so on, they are a little bit less than in the big factories. And I thought this is more realistic. If you have a farm production, it's not as productive as a huge factory. And I also thought, okay, I can tell the people in the Modhub, okay, I reduced it a little bit, so to make a difference to the huge factories. And yeah, for that was okay like that. And usually if I make something too good, too productive, they send it back and say, no, this is too good. Oh, and with the wheat, with the flour, I have to say something very important. If you put your wheat or barley into the production and you want to make bread or spaghetti out of it, you have to be aware that you want to use the flour in your factory and you don't want to have the pellets spawned in the spawn place. And therefore you have to choose the output mode to distributing. That means in this case the flour is distributed from the room where is your grain mill in your production building to the bakery room. And this means the distributing. If you keep it on storing, the production will always spawn flower boxes, lots of them, and then if you put them in again as a input, they will be spawned at once again, and so you can't use it. And distributing for using the flour for spaghetti or bread or cake. Okay, so here we have the potatoes. The spaghetti is very simple too. Tomatoes, tomato sauce too. It's a little bit less because that is normal. I tried to make the recipes as normal as possible, as realistic as possible, and in the end I calculated the prices that you make a profit. So for a simple recipe like that, you make about 30% profit. So if you sell the tomatoes just like that, as they come out of the greenhouse, you earn 100%, and if you make tomato sauce out of it, you get 130%. So that you have a profit from this. And if the recipe is a little bit more complex, like this mixed salad, you have 2 ingredients, you get 40% up to 100% additional profit, that it is worth for you that you put 2 ingredients or more ingredients into this recipe. And the same with the oat drink, and oatmeal is simple again. Popcorn, you see the corn becomes more popcorn as it is in reality, but this recipe is not realistic. In reality, you get 40 up to 50 liters popcorn out of 1 liter maize. But that wouldn't be good for the game, I think, because then everything would be full of popcorn pellets. I think you wouldn't like it, and the handling would be terrible to have 50 pellets of popcorn all over the place, and therefore I thought, okay, 5 times is enough, and the price for popcorn is lower than the price for maize. Sure, because you get 5 times as much, and therefore if you sell 5 instead of 1 maize, then you have your profit. Okay, so here is the same, and then you have the base game productions as well, the most important base game productions. I had to throw some out because that would have been too much. This mod is already much too much buildings, too much products, too much production, and therefore I thought, okay, I reduce it a little bit. So here we have no oat flour and no sorghum flour, and we don't have chocolate because I find it too unrealistic. And I thought, no. Sooner or later I'll make a greenhouse where you can cultivate your chocolate plants, the cacao, is it? No, it's not cacao. But you know what I mean, this tropical plant where the chocolate comes from. You can cultivate in a greenhouse, and then you can first make the cacao butter, and then you can make chocolate out of it. It's a complicated process. This chocolate will be expensive, oh, very expensive, so it will be premium chocolate, but not in this simple farm production. Okay, now you may be thinking where to sell all this stuff. You have a lot of possibilities. So I made it so that you can sell everything of this special products in the train station. But I also put 5 different selling stations in this pack, and I'll show you which ones. So you have the neutral ones. And one more thing, you can take every pallet by hand. It's less than 200 kilo, and as a player you are able to carry 200 kilo, and it's 700 liters inside. So it's quite a lot inside, but it's not so heavy. And I thought on all the console players who have difficulty, or not all console players have difficulties with a front loader, but some of them, and yeah, they don't have strong farmer or power tools. Now we just got a mod to carry all the base game pallets, but this doesn't recognize those. No problem, those pallets can be carried anyhow. So, and here you can sell it. This is one of those neutral selling stations. You can put it on your farmland wherever you want, in front of a different building, and say, okay, this is my my farm shop. And you have one of those as well, without grain gutter. And here we have 2 shops. Those are more town shops, but I liked them, so I liked this. And then I changed it that I got this too. Here in the back is the selling station, and in the front it's decorated outside and inside as well. So it's not very full, but that you have the feeling, okay, this could be a shop. And then we have this small market store. This is very nice to put either in the center of the town if you own it, or to just put it at your farm in the entrance area, and there you can sell all your products. And here you can't only sell the 10 new products and the base game products and wheat and all this stuff, but it's also open for all upcoming products that other modders or me are making in the future, for future mods. So everything that is declared a product can be sold here. So if a modder makes a production mod with coffee, you can just go and sell it here. And the same with the other selling stations. And I've thought it's important to make it compatible with other mods, that when you use other production mods as well, you can just use this selling station and sell everything there. And then you don't need to put a selling station for every production mod. That would be too much selling stations maybe. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll provide the link to the Modhub in the description below. And for console players, you find it somehow in the game, in your console. Yes, and I wish you a lot of fun with all the products and a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.